Hello. My name is Everything Explained, and today we're going to be talking about Dexter New Blood. Very briefly, the series finale titled Sins of the Father. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, let me know to be nice in the comment section. And this episode pretty much begins off. We see after the last episode where Dexter and Harrison murder Kirk Caldwell. We see this takes place right there when we find Dexter and Harrison approaching their house, which was reduced to ashes by Kurt Caldwell, who had burned it down in a arson fire prior to being murdered by Dexter. And we see Angela confront Dexter and Harrison, and Angela's definitely been suspicious about Dexter and the whole Bay Harbor Butcher ever since she spoke to Batista, and excuse me. And we do see Angela confront Dexter, definitely with a bit of aggression to her attitude. Unbeknownst to Dexter, again, the Bay Harbor Butcher motive is on her mind. And we then see, as she's questioning Dexter and his whereabouts about his house being burned down, we see Harrison kind of come in and step into it and pull off somewhat of a Dexter move with a cliche little lie to cover up his father's tracks. We then see Angie after Dexter and Harrison get items because of their house being burned down. The whole town donates items such as clothes, food, and etc. Harrison and Dexter go pack the items in the truck, and as they're doing that, Angie's scoping out the arson fires, looking for any evidence of foul play, and she winds up finding the bags of screws that Matt Caldwell had once had. I can't remember what kind of back surgery he had, but he had some kind of spinal surgery, and these titanium rods were in his back. And so when Dexter killed him a couple episodes ago and threw him in the fire, his father actually got a hold of the screws and basically played blackmail with Dexter. So Angie found those screws. She then goes back to their house, and her daughter Audrey Harrison and Dexter are all celebrating, just having a good little time. She then asks Audrey and Harrison to step out and go get some food, and then she proceeds to point a gun at Dexter and arrest him for the murder of Matt Caldwell. We then get another scene of Dexter being interrogated by Angie, and basically her giving her suspicions on how Dexter murdered this Matt Caldwell and a bunch of similar incidents in the area around the style of Dexter poking his victims in the neck with ketamine. And so Angie breaks down all this forensic evidence. And Dexter, he's still putting on, that confident, trying to persuade someone that they're crazy attitude. He's telling Angela she's overworked and she's stressed about the loss of Iris and just all this insane stuff, just trying to just get her to slip up and be like, you're right, I'm sorry. And it looks like it's about to work, but Angela winds up not budging, and Dexter then reveals the location of Kurt Caldwell's, I guess, what you want to call murder shrine, where he stores his victims, and some kind of deep freeze state. It's like a giant refrigerator with made out of glass. So yeah, I guess he can preserve them, some kind of cryo freeze chamber. I don't know exactly what the machines are, but basically like giant glass refrigerators. So he can just go down and keep his victims are preserved, and he can go down and he can take a glimpse at them whenever he wants. I guess. I'm pretty sick shit. Excuse me. I'm getting over a little bit of a cold. I always am these days. I don't have Omicron, but anyway. So after Dexter reveals the location of Kurt Caldwell's murder shrine, Angela goes and checks it out, and it was actually pretty sad because we did see Logan kind of for the first time look at Dexter like, oh man, like, wait, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Like, you let us all down. And this whole episode, we just really see Dexter in a new light we've never seen him in. He's just really off his game. We've seen him off his game before, but he's just a giant mess in this season and this series finale. And so as Angela goes out and she's checking out the murder shrine, Dexter basically calls over Logan, and Logan is I can't remember what he was giving him. I think it was water, and Dexter grabs his hand and basically gets a hold of him by the throat. He has him pinned up against the cell because Dexter's locked up at this point, and as this is happening, he's telling Kurt, I'm sorry, he's telling Logan, just reach for the keys and just give me the keys. And he has him by the throat, so he has him like a submission hold. And Logan starts to reach for the keys, but then he reaches for his gun, shoots at Dexter, and Dexter basically snaps his neck. And then Dexter gets the keys, frees himself, and then at that same point in time, Angie, as she discovered the murder shrine that Dexter had previously told her about, we then see Angie report back in for backup and call in backup. And she tries to get a hold of Logan. She can't. She calls his phone, can't get a hold of him. So basically, Logan's just not responding. She has no idea what's going on, has no idea that Dexter actually murdered him, which I actually once again have to point out that that's against the code. He was trying to get back to Harrison at all means necessary, and also I forgot to mention that during the interrogation, or prior to the interrogation, Angie actually had contacted Sergeant Batista with like all this evidence, and he had this portfolio from Maria Linguera, and as Batista was looking at the folder, and she sent him a picture of her and Dexter when they were together when he was posing as Jim Lindsay. He asked when was this taken. She's like a month ago, and he basically says I'm on the way. And so she also informs him that even if he somehow gets off the Matt Caldwell murder, they're going to take him back to Florida and they're going to try him for the Bay Harbor Butcher, where he'll more than likely face the death penalty. So Dexter is just basically trying to get away and get to Harrison at any means necessary, which is why he killed Logan. He escaped and he starts heading toward Harrison. And he actually calls Harrison on his way to go meet him off of Logan's phone. And so he tells Harrison to get the truck, get all these supplies. It's time to go. And they basically meet out in the woods. And then Dexter's telling him it's time to go. He was talking about moving to Los Angeles or somewhere earlier in the episode. But we see Harrison definitely had some hesitation about that. And in this scene, we see Harrison, well, as Dexter approaches Harrison, he's covered in blood, and Harrison's about to get ready to go because Dexter's telling him, "Come on, we gotta go, or we gotta get out of here." And Harrison's about to get ready, and then he's like, "Wait a second, whose blood is that?" And Dexter doesn't really want to answer. He's like, "I'll explain everything later." He's like, "It's not Logan's blood, is it? Because you did call me off of his phone." And he puts two and two together, and basically Dexter said it was me or him, and they get into a disagreement. He basically tells Harrison that they need to go. Harrison says he doesn't want to go, and Harrison also says that Dexter, excuse me, Harrison also says that Dexter is responsible for every wrong thing that's going on in his life, basically, and he's why he's so angry. And he's nothing like him. He's not really a killer. He wanted to be, but that's not really what he is. And that also Dexter is responsible for Rita and Deb and so many others' deaths. And Dexter admits that Harrison is right and admits that life would be better off without him. But then Dexter proceeds to try to like walk away in the woods, and Harrison grabs a rifle, raises it. Dexter talks him through it, telling him he needs to take the safety off, and we get Dexter just really telling himself like his whole life he basically had felt nothing, but in that moment, for the first time ever, he actually felt real love. And then Harrison shoots him in the chest, and then Dexter falls to the ground, telling him he did a good job. And then after that, Dexter actually bleeds out and dies in the snow. It was not. I knew that it was the episode, like from the direction it was going. I knew he was either gonna wind up in prison or dead. And I just wasn't expecting. I mean, part of me was expecting something involving Harrison, but I didn't actually think that Harrison was going to shoot him. This is like the second death that I've seen like committed by a son on father. Like I've seen Tariq St. Patrick murder Ghost, and now I've seen Harrison murder Dexter. Oops, now I've seen Harrison murder Dexter, And so yeah, that's like a reoccurring theme I've seen in some TV shows lately. But so from there, after Harrison kills Dexter, we see Angela come up to him, give him a hug, and basically, when he goes to offer himself for surrender to be arrested, she just tells him to get out of here. And so he gets in the truck and he drives off. And then Dexter actually had left a letter behind when he originally left for Iron Lake, and in the letter it was meant for Hannah, and he was just basically detailing why it would have been better for him to stay gone and why he faked his death, and it would be best to just leave him behind, especially if Harrison showing any dark passenger symptoms. So basically, we just see Harrison just leaving Iron Lake and I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the end we're actually gonna see with anything doing having to do with Dexter because Harrison did admit that his urges were not the same as Dexter's, and he was only mad because of Dexter. So I doubt Harrison will continue the code or the serial killer path or anything of the sorts. I just think he'll be a troubled kid, but he'll definitely be traumatized after killing his dad. But overall, I did enjoy the series. I don't think I enjoyed the ending so much. Um, I'm just not sure how I felt about it. I'll probably watch it again and see how I feel, but I'll give it like a solid like definitely like an series itself like a 9 out of 10. The series had me hooked. It's just the this last episode it didn't I don't want to say it felt rushed, but it just felt incomplete to me, I guess. I mean, I really wish we would have got a scene where like Sergeant Batista and Dexter had a face on face, because now like by the time he gets there, he's either just seeing a corpse or he's not gonna see anything. I'm pretty sure they're just gonna cremate Dexter and just try to put this whole thing behind him. But again, the series and the writing was pretty good. I know a lot of people wanted to see the previous ending redone oops, because a lot of people didn't like how the season 8 ended. So I know this was just to give Dexter a proper ending, and I believe the original writers behind seasons 1 through 4 were behind the production in this season as well. So again, pretty good. I would definitely recommend if you're a Dexter fan, you have to watch it. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe. Let me know what you talk about next in the comment section. My name is Everything Explained, and I'll catch you in the next one.